Welcome to Back and Forth with Jamie and Gerald. Gerald continues to be at an undisclosed location, somewhere fishing.
Fishing.
Fishing. Yes, I do know how to fish. No, I do not fish. So,
Intro porn. That's funny.
intro porn. So, how are you,
My
Jamie?
favorite. Pardon me?
How are you?
The what do they call that? I'm fine. I can't think of what I was gonna say.
When we're about 15 minutes into it and you remember, please, by all means, let
Yeah.
us know.
Yeah.
But yeah. So,
The
I'm
votes are still
doing.
out there.
Do what?
The votes are still out there. I have no idea how I am.
Okay. I mean, the it's still being tallied.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a very fair assessment. So,
Yeah.
but yeah.
How are you, Mr. Vacation?
I am doing well. I finished the second piece yesterday. I started another one this morning, and I did a video for the Ravenwood, as I'm calling it, quilt. Or that landscape. And so that is linked. Well, that's not linked below, but it's on my channel under the videos. So
I suggest you watch it.
I had a good time. So it was enjoyable.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. And I was like going, I didn't do enough, or I could do the next time I could do more videos, but this is the one. Oh, here, let's say hi to some people before chat goes completely out of whack.
Okay.
Hi, people.
Hi.
So,
glad you're here.
Cosmic Orphan said the Hermit, the Hierophant, and the Knight of Wands walk into a bar, and the High Priestess kisses them all. There you go. Tortoiseshell Moon, Kathy is here. Hello. And there's the kissies. Gerald on a fishing trip looks like the Page of Cups. Just saying. Yeah, okay. I could see that.
Yep.
Maruta is here. Hello. Plucky Heroine, good to see you. Thank you. Star Midnight is here. Hello. Pia's Life, good to see you. Callie Healer. Yay.
Yay.
So, okay. Well, and so this, I'm putting that one away. That's the one. But this is the final version of what I ended up doing. And actually on camera, it looks really good, doesn't it? So,
well, we always talk about how when you throw these up on the camera, that you see them as you're meant to see them. It's just so weird. They actually look picture-ish.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Thank you. So I did more work up here, softening that and then brightening that up and doing some more thread work. Here's the back.
That one's not so exciting from the back.
Yeah, it is exciting in the back, but
it's very pretty from the front. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide how to finish it, and initially I thought about actually having all of the threads
off to the
stuff
edge.
like that off of the edge, and then it just sort of got out of hand.
I see.
But this is the one that I'm working on now. This is the inspiration photo.
Okay.
And I have only just started which way is up?
Which way is up? It's a good question.
I'm only playing with this
the sky so far.
So, and this is about 4 different types of fabric. So there's that.
Nice. And what's the location of the photo? Do you know?
Devil's Tower. Cosmic Orphan helped us with that. Oops. Yeah, there it is. I have this growth.
Yeah. Oh.
Anyway, but I have, but it's fun. I actually have all of my fabrics laid out around it. So, but I'm just playing with it right now. And this time, I think what I'm going to do is because On the first one that I did, I was trying to keep the lines horizontal, the seam lines. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
do that, but I'm going to actually use the amount of seams to help illustrate it.
Cool.
So, but we'll get there. We'll get
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The back looks very tidy. It does. So, all right. Just catching up. There's, okay. Love it. Love it. Love it. I'm saying hi. I got to thinking last night about when you do live readings, and maybe it would help to have new people or those who haven't had a reading after a time. Yes. Put an emoji in front of their request to allow them first choice. I was thinking about that too. So, because yesterday, Angela, Deb, Thomas, and I were doing readings, and it's like, I think that's a great idea.
Sure.
So, trying to do people who haven't had a reading before. Thank you. And Deanne, Blue Crescent Tarot, is here. Good to see you, Deanne. Oh, in honor of Deanne.
Sure.
Sip, sip, everybody.
Cheers.
So, Jamie, what's new and exciting for you?
Well, let's see. I have things to show. If you want to see
Please
some
show.
things.
And fair warning, I do not have tiny hands, so they'll just be doing this.
Hey, Liz. Nice. So you guys know that I like Moonlit Fae bags, but you also know I like Kelly Bear bags, which you'll see one too. But I got some new Moonlit Fae.
Ooh.
I like this.
Oh, look at that.
It's very
I like
pretty.
matching.
It's
I
hard.
love matching a good lining with that.
Yeah,
What
and
are
then this one.
what are the images on that?
This is just rain and clouds.
Oh, that's cute. Okay.
Yeah, rain and
Nice.
clouds. Yeah. And then this one is cool. It is a fortune telling fabric. All signs point to yes if you act soon. The one you love best holds a place in your heart. Nothing called can assail, blah, blah, blah. You know, those little readings that you get.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is one of those cool ones that I have taken to really liking, where this goes in. That's where the deck goes. And then you can do your spread out here.
Nice.
Yeah. So I was going to put my new Somnia Illustrated in this one because the colors kind of, but here's the catch. So this is how the Somnia Illustrated comes.
Okay.
And you know how I'm not a fan of a lot of boxes, right?
That is correct.
And I don't usually get rid of my decks, so I throw the boxes away. Or some of them I actually use for trinket things and stuff like that.
Sure.
This box is very nice.
Ooh, very nice.
Super nicely done.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Strong magnetic.
Nice.
It's better than most boxes that you and I see that we have done the tap, tap, tap test as a funny, you know, that kind of thing. It's whoever put this one together, they did a super nice job. So, but yeah. And when you get home, we're going to take a look at this.
Nice.
Nice. I like it a lot.
Very nice. You notice how she's taunting you all?
Well, I will say this, and I said this somewhere online. Somebody was talking about, you know, who has the photographic version, which I have over there with the big book, and I love it. Yes. There is something very stirring about it, especially when you know how it happened and everything else. But as you will have in photographs, you're going to have shadow and denseness and stuff like that. And when you have eyeballs like mine, sometimes the dense, you can lose some of the detail, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But with the illustrated, I can see all the detail.
Oh, okay.
So kind of side by side. Anyway, it's worth a looky-loo.
Cool.
In my opinion.
Cool. I'm going to get caught up in chat.
Yay. Hello, chat.
Kathy said, Gerald, you might not remember the reading you did for me last week. I know I almost instantly forget readings. I do. Anyhow, I got the job, Fanthorpe, just like you said.
Yay.
Congratulations, Kathy. I do remember that reading. I don't remember I remember doing the reading for you. I don't remember the details.
That damn Fanthorpe is loud in the club there.
Is it?
In the pub.
Sounds good, doesn't it? So, and yeah, Love and Moonlit Fae. So, hello. Good to see you.
Yeah, I actually passed it up, Pamela. And then I don't know, it came up somehow. I think I got an email from somebody, and I was like, well, crap, I got to go look at it again. So I went and looked at it again, and the red and the gold it kills me every time. If somebody does a red and gold and it's real quality, I just love that combo.
I did not get it. I just got the Somnia last year. I have yet to use it. What?
I said, I think you're going to change your mind.
All right. I will. Oh, here you go. It does happen, but I will be sure to know my limits and purchase responsibly, because I am still thinking about the nested tarot, the Jamie Sawyer. That may actually be part of that may be because of the FOMO. So, and Calla Lizzie's here. Thomas, Tarot Your Way is here. Hello, Thomas. And okay, we got the hellos. That's a good looking box. That's what he said. Yeah. Debbie is here. Aquarius Owl. And Rose Flower. Hello, Rose. And
it's Wandering Mountain Bardic Path.
It's linked. It's linked. I think I linked it below. I usually do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Citadel. Yeah. Me too.
Okay. You're faster than me. So
sorry, I just see
that's okay. Beth is here. Hello. Good to see you. And Calla Lizzie, I am at an undisclosed location fishing.
In a pub.
I am in a pub. Yes.
True, you are.
Yeah, I am. I am in a pub, actually. And, and I want credit for not putting stuff in my coffee this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Kathy, congratulations, Kathy. Do let us know how you're enjoying the job when you get in there. And Debbie said, I've been intrigued by the Citadel Oracle. I don't know that one.
You should check it out. I am as well. I've just put myself on a
pause.
Yeah, I got the one deck that I've been waiting for, that I've been using for a while, that yeah, kind of put everything on pause. I'd already purchased this illustrated version months ago. Yeah.
So everybody, go over and check to make sure that you're subscribed. Kristen Louise is giving us the opportunity to learn something and everybody to be the best chatters. So there we go. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, but Steven says that it's a dead link, so it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
That's where I'd go fishing too. Well, there you go.
In a pub?
Yeah. So you've been in this pub for days.
Yep.
Yes, actually. I brought my sewing machine and, all that stuff.
I fish him out every once in a while.
There you go. Jamie, when you unpause Crimson Renaissance Tarot card deck.
Okie doke.
Okay. Kristen is here. Hello, Kristen.
Hi. I'd fish for bourbon.
Fish for bourbon. So, well, and okay, so some of you saw yesterday that I had mentioned that I got this before my trip, the Living Wheel astrology cards. I will be making an official request to have Patrick join me for a deck casual. If the schedules work out, maybe, I don't know, Jamie could come with me and do it. So
yeah, I've had that deck for about 3 years, three or so, maybe a little more.
yeah, it's a nice deck. It's a good size, especially for people can go over and it's the Living Wheel.
Well, yeah, the perfect thing about that deck is that you can lay out your sky
Yeah,
and leave it and not worry about, things being too big, to this, to that, and it's
yeah,
very easy to layer.
yeah. So it's got all the moon phases.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the eclipse and stuff like that, and then it has the north node and the south node, which I still can't remember the symbols. If I remember correctly, that's the
North,
south node.
south.
That's the south node, so I got it right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And that's the north.
Yep.
So, but I'm still, with the real sky astrology, I'm still looking.
Sure.
So,
Yeah. Same.
still
Same
learning.
thing. The thing about that deck, which it's kind of groovy because I've told Patrick before that I haven't done a lot with it, but I've kept it because I know that there is a purpose. And now I have my purpose. So I have it because of that,
Yeah. And this is a lovely soft gold, soft gilding. So,
yeah, it's a very nice, he does quality. That's the thing.
yeah, I mean, come on. So, I mean, like and subscribe. We'll do this soon.
Yeah.
I'm the busy one.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
It'll be a lot of fun. And it does come with a nice little card.
And you can follow him. He's now on YouTube, which he hasn't been.
Yes.
But things with Instagram got so screwy with our subscriptions and stuff that he decided, okay, fine. And he opened up his YouTube again. So, which is perfect timing to me, I think. But yeah. And Kristen, I like both of those decks. I don't think you can go wrong with either one of them.
Okay.
The Holy Spectrum Infinity Edition or the Witch's Tarot. Not that that means shit, but you and I have been in the same room together to read and do stuff. So, that's said from someone
from a place of love and support.
Well, no, that knows, that it's not just a chatter kind of person.
Very true.
Yeah.
Okay. I am actually trying to here. I'm overcomplicating things.
Mm-hmm.
And I have just fixed. Damn it! Please hold.
Yes. So can I address Kathy's comment?
I don't know Kathy's comment, but yes, you can address Kathy's comment.
So I'm really interested in astrology, but struggle with the terminology and associations. Is that quite an accessible introductory deck? No. And I mean that in the right way, in that you would have to have a little bit of knowledge. Go ahead.
No, keep going.
Yeah. Okay. So, but the little book in there will help you lay things out and stuff like that. We have, hi, Jonathan. We have kind of started with astrology with Real Sky, which is different than the popular stuff that's out there right now. So what we would be looking at is a different than what you would look up like for Amazon for a book to follow or something like that, because there aren't any other than pretty much Julia Kushia-Watts. So Julie.
Well, and speaking of Julie, did you just call her Julia?
Fuck, I did it because you do it. And
I didn't do it today.
Well, that's true. I usually only do it one time. Hi, Peter, Mr. Twizzler.
Yes. Peter J. Watts is here, who might know Julie Kushia-Watts. So, and Jonathan Daly is here. Hello. And I have actually fixed the link to your YouTube because I don't want people to miss any of the amazing content that you put out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hashtag I'm a dick. And okay, to go back to what Kathy was saying, you are correct. I agree with you. And I also say this is for a visual person.
Yes.
This is if this will work with any
Yes.
astrology.
Absolutely. All of them are welcome.
Yes, all are welcome here.
Yeah.
But I think and I think the key thing about it is if you learn visually, it's a great way to actually look at your sky.
Well, and that's what helped me with this. And I'm not trying to sell this. I'm not dissing it because Patrick knows that I love the deck. So, and it's nothing, not hiding anything, but I am a visual person. I like to see things so that I can broaden or deepen my understanding. So that's what this does for me, and it's just a step by step of laying them out.
Yes,
Which is the same thing with real sky. I have to lay
yes.
it out to see it, to understand it.
Yep. Well, it's like Calla Lizzie said, like a lot of things, astrology has a language. Once you learn it, it becomes easier to work with. Yes.
Yep.
And there's, could we call it dialects?
Yeah.
Or accents?
Yeah.
So,
absolutely. I totally think you can. And I feel like well, I don't think it's insulting to say that this is high English but I also think it's very accessible if you get this little baby out and if you go and watch some of Patrick's videos.
Yeah. Hi, Teacher Barbara. And Beth has put me on notice. Quit content shaming Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here. Mm-hmm. Quit content shaming Jamie.
Thank you.
There you go. Still yet to see a tarot deck or even tarot card in real life. Thank you for the linky. You know what? I mean, the cool thing about YouTube is you can see a lot of different decks.
Mm-hmm.
And I have my view on it. Someone actually
vernacular. I like that word.
Ooh, I'm gonna star that one. Vernacular.
I like it.
So, and Kathy is definitely a visual learner. So,
thanks, Liz. They're my friends.
Yes, they are. And Jonathan is distracted by the breakfast my guys made for me in quarantine room.
Can you taste it though? Can you smell it?
Can you taste it? What they do? Slide it under the door or something like that? They make really flat pancakes. So, Lori Kramer is here. Hello, Lori.
Hi, Lori.
But
so, did you get a package before you went on your trip and ended up in the pub stuck?
Yes. Oh, we're moving on. Okay.
Sorry, I'm saving you.
You mean this one?
Yeah. That one.
Oh, I love it. Vernacular is a great teacher word.
That one.
Yes. So, would you be willing to tell everybody what this is?
Oh, sure. It's Kelly Fitzgerald, Nellie's Deck and Journal. First edition. It has all kinds of ephemera. Well, this edition will. The one that will be the second or out there for everybody that missed the pre-order will not have all the extra things as far as I know. I could be wrong. But it came in this pretty little bag made by Deidre.
And by the way, this is not, I mean, this is not leather, but it's a good photo, isn't it?
Oh, it's a great photo. Super great photo.
Oh, and Pamela got their diary today.
Yay.
Nelly deck, yes.
Yeah. So little piece of sea glass and the deck and
here, show me your sea glass. What'd you get?
I got a little, I look at it as like a little tower or a little lighthouse. That's pretty.
I got a piece of blue.
Yeah, Jonathan's is pretty too. I think they're all pretty.
So, and so this was Deidre made this.
Yes, pie wackets.
And by the way, y'all won't be able to get this because this version was a pre-order. It's out of print, so
Yeah.
there you go.
I'm sure that Deidre would be happy to make you a bag, though, if you're choosing.
Well, of course.
So I'm not opening this one. I bought this one so that I could help support Kelly because I wanted the bag and the things, but I have mine in a Kelly bear with a little seashell on the front.
Nice.
This is the one that I've been using for a while.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. That could make a nice pendulum. Your seagull.
It could. Yeah, it could. I'm just gonna put mine. It's gonna the height of Kelly Bear bag is just perfect for me to slide it down in the side. So I'll put it with this deck.
Yeah. And Beth said the first thing I thought of was a portal, Jamie.
Oh, hey. All right.
So
dig it.
Yeah.
See this? See? Boop.
That's perfect.
Yep, it fits perfectly.
Well, and for those people, I mean, people who are watching, they may have seen Kelly Fitzgerald joined Kelly and me to talk about Jamie, sorry.
Jamie Kelly, but it's okay. I got you.
Jamie Kelly, yeah. We were joined by Kelly Fitzgerald to talk about this deck. And so here's the back. And, it's a beautiful size. I'm not going to flip through or all of that stuff because I'm that guy.
Well, we'll do something later.
Yeah, we'll do something later, and it's quite lovely.
Yeah.
So, and what was the other thing I was going to say about it? I have not gotten through all of the book. I would say for people who are watching, know your limits, purchase responsibly. Well, I should say know your limits and purchase this responsibly because in the tradition, good thing Kelly's not here because I would be heaping praise in her general direction.
Yeah, she wouldn't like it.
She wouldn't like it, but the setup of this is really phenomenal. Jeffrey and I were chatting about this. We were texting, and she goes through each of the cards. I'm not giving anything away because we have Nellie's notes, and then we have the meanings because Kelly Fitzgerald has created there's 3 layers of meanings just on the image themselves. There's the playing card, there's the symbol, and then there's the tarot, which I love it. It's totally the overlay that I love. I love the transparency about that.
Yeah. And I mean, and you're pretty much that far through to where then the letters, again, not to give anything away, where you're going back and forth through the book, which
there's
gives
some
it even
things.
deeper meaning.
Oh, look. Julie Kusha Watts is here. Hello. Hi. You're not late to the party.
You're just on time.
Yes. Linda Day Gonzalez is here. Hello.
And there is a lot of cartomancy information in the back of the book from this to this, which is pretty amazing too. A lot of knowledge thrown into a short space.
Yes. And let's see. So because I'm slowly flipping through. But I mean, come on. It's like, all of that. So 160 the back of the book, which is 207 something, 208. So it's like phenomenal.
And my best suggestion is when you run into letters or thoughts of letters, or if you're flipping through the book and you see the letters in the back, don't read them. It will ruin the story for you. Just read them as you go.
You start at page 1, read. And then if you come across something, it reminds me of those. There was a series of books that were published. Well, it's like the Griffin and Sabine, where the stories were told in that style. But then there were also some other ones that were, you had to read the book in one direction and read all of the green ink and then flip it and then read all of the red ink and all of that stuff.
pretty fun.
So, and it's really, it's good.
Zane, hey.
Hey, Zane, how are you, dude? Dude. So,
Dude. A
dude.
dude.
So I have, so yeah, so there's that.
Mm-hmm.
And you read this entire journal in one
One
day.
night. Yeah,
One
the
night.
first, yeah, I got really mad at the postal service because it kept telling me, oh, it's going to be delivered, it's going to be delivered. And so I was so excited for a Friday delivery, and then it didn't come until Monday. And yeah, I know, first world problems, bitch, bitch, bitch. But yes, once I had it, I had a parrot on my shoulder, and I was reading. And I didn't stop until I was done. And the parent was very happy because that meant she was out of her environment for a long time. So
Yeah. I mean, and I understand, Kathy, shipping to the UK
yeah.
is astronomical. Yes, I understand.
But there is going to be, with the edition that isn't the pre-order, with it being the book going to Lulu and the deck elsewhere or whatever, that might change.
Yeah.
I know for sure with the journal, you guys should have better shipping with Lulu than you would direct from
Sure.
how Kelly had to do it.
Yeah.
So, check
Hershey, the
that out.
shadow reader, is here. Hi,
Hey,
Hershey.
hey.
Good to see you. So, Julie is here, Julie Kusha Watts, and I was curious as how are things going, Julie? I have not responded back to you, but I think you heard me. Hell yes, count me in. Yes, yes,
Yeah, I
yes.
responded. So for
Yeah,
both of us, and then said I'll let Gerald talk for
I've
himself.
responded in front of 25 people who
Oh,
are watching. So, hell
gotcha.
yes, count me in. So,
Yeah.
oh, I forgot. I need to put my sea glass in.
Yeah, don't lose it.
I'm not losing it. I'm not losing it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So yeah, this. When you let me ask you this, Jamie, and people
Yeah,
in the chat can respond. When you are in, I'm going to call it creative flow, because, and I mean that as that creative flow can be cooking, it can be reading, it can be writing, it can be gardening.
mm-hmm.
When you are on that creative flow, do you sometimes get ideas that don't relate to what you're working on?
Absolutely, all the time.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
do too.
So when I work on writing projects, I have a series of um, different booklets for different things like world building, characters, plotting, all of that stuff. And
Mhm.
so when I'm working on writing projects and something will pop into my head, like a character has said something or something else, I will, the little sparkle of creativity comes in. It's like, oh, but wait, that's for, and then I'll have to go write it down so that I don't lose it. And sometimes I write it down and I come back to it. I'm like, what in the hell did that
Yeah,
mean?
what was I thinking? It was a really good idea in context. So, but yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and
And you?
yeah, I do that a lot too. Um, and I am actually, as I'm doing this quilting and playing with it, like the one that I was working on today, I am less inspired to do it than I was yesterday.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And I'm not sure why. So I pulled back and I went, just play with the freaking clouds. You've got a lot of cloud fabric and you like to make them. And I have, let me tell you, I have some of the coolest fabric to do the devils to I have some of the coolest fabric that I want to see what it looks like with this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm going to show you because it's my channel and we can do that. So,
Yeah.
and here you go. Beth said, while I'm
Absolutely.
cooking, I deal with interpersonal relationships ideas. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you keep control while I go
Yes,
and grab that fabric?
I sure can because that's what I do. He's hilarious. How much time do you devote daily to studying whatever tarot items you're working on? I struggle with the consistency. Well, yeah. So, um, with my work, and having a new rescue in the house and stuff like that, it kind of fluctuates. But 2-3 times a week, I have a dedicated study that I always have on Wednesday evening. So I know that that's always going to happen. For me, it's usually a Tuesday, a Wednesday night, and then sometime on the weekend, like a Saturday or a Sunday. The rest of the time, my busiest days at work are Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And when I say busy, I mean I'm not thinking about anything but what is right in front of me, which is usually like a foot or or a tail or something. So
Beak,
yeah, beak. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean about 3 times a week. Maybe some weeks it's just one day and that's Wednesday, but
Well, and I think it's if you figure out, Pia, what it is that helps you stick with things. Because for me, having someone else expecting me to have done something helps.
Yeah. And I
So
used to do something every day. I used to do like an altar pool and stuff like that. And life has just gotten too crazy right now. I'll get back to that because I do enjoy that. It's just not in the cards right now. And I'm not going to beat myself up about it because we're just too damn busy with fire season and the whole nine. So.
And Pia asks, like, for an hour or two. I know it's individual for each person.
Sometimes it's 10 minutes, sometimes it's more. Yeah.
I think the key thing for me is, Pia, and I did this, gosh, back in the when I retired, I was actually keeping track of daily doing stuff. So, I mean, and so the whole point is it was the consistency. It wasn't the length of time. It was showing up every single day to doing something.
And see, Pia, I honestly stopped beating myself up because it was taking the joy out of it.
Yep.
And so I stopped doing that. And I just was like, sometimes this is just the way it goes and it's okay. Yeah, I had to let it go.
Yeah. And frame it differently, Pia.
Sorry. I love that tarot deck. I have it. The Rabbit Tarot by Nikisha.
I'll come back to you, Pia. Yeah.
Sorry.
Go ahead. Yeah.
It's adorable.
4-year-old grandchild. I love that. Yeah. I mean, and so, Pia, I think, look at it in the sense of showing up with intention and doing it, because for a while, I mean, I was writing every day, and sometimes I would just simply show up and I'm looking, I don't want to write today.
Yeah.
And then I made my check because I didn't want to break that chain.
Yeah. So. And sometimes I'm just thinking about, character points or a plot point, and I never put anything down at all. And it's okay. Or when it comes to tarot or oracle, and sometimes I just don't do anything and it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and the other thing is I would, what is it? Under promise, over deliver.
Yeah.
I mean, and just, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes. So, oh yeah, Peter likes where I am.
I like where he is too.
I mean, actually,
you can see the rest of it is pretty rad, but yeah.
Oh yeah, nothing kills inspiration like self-shaming. It's true.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, here you go, and I think that's very true. Coming to terms with being okay with what I can do is something I need to work on.
Sure. Simply we all do.
Yeah. Yeah. I totally do. Yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, and I think it's focusing on what you can do. It really does help. It really does help. So
yeah.
But yeah. So okay. So I went over there to show you. Okay. So Peter did say something about.
Hi.
Are you recording me?
No, I'm doing something else. It's fine.
Okay. Devil's Tower, better called Matotelapia or Bear's Lodge. Oh, that's what he's talking about. He's not. But anyhow, I gotcha. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just Julie said I've shelved projects for years at a time. Yeah,
Yeah.
makes perfect sense. So, um, so okay. So this inspiration, I bought this fabric for it
Oh, interesting. Okay.
because first of all, I love it and it's the right
Mm-hmm.
colors for this. And I
Mm-hmm.
think what I will do with that is I may pleat it
Mm-hmm.
because if I were to, I mean, and I think did I buy 2 yards of this? No, I only bought half a yard.
Yeah.
But if I pleat it, I'm going to get an interesting visual effect by it. So,
I think that's going to be super interesting.
yeah. So anyhow, so I'm looking forward to that. Because the things that make us happy are the things that make us happy,
Yeah.
and they make me happy. They don't need to make you happy, but they're awesome.
They
And
make
then
me happy because I
yeah,
can see it.
I also have this fabric, which is I've had this for a while, and I love me some good wood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Gerald, do you mostly work with cotton fabrics? Yes, I mostly work with cotton fabrics, and you're right. It is nuts, the idea of that. And
Nice.
yep, so true.
Yeah.
So
So
true.
true.
Very true. Okay, who did I miss? I like wood. Um,
Shocking.
I know. You and I both, Gerald.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Boom.
Noise. I hear
Noise.
it. Noise.
Noise. Right. So the other thing is, and I mentioned this yesterday, I brought the Real Sky Astrology deck by Julie Kusha Watts because I have with my Real Sky um, astrology workbook, which I'll
Mm-hmm.
be doing. But I'm also enjoying this, the transit
Feels
light.
good
I
side.
use this on the live, but going across the grain is therapeutic. Yes. But what I have really appreciated about this deck is the guidebook gives some
Yeah.
really interesting perspectives.
Yeah. Deanne likes that one a lot.
Yes. Deanne was, I think, the one who introduced me to it.
I believe so. Yeah.
So I think I need to get Deanne on a and I have 718 out of 1,000.
Mm.
Somebody suggested that I do some flip throughs, and
Mm-hmm.
I probably could, but I have a different setup now, and I haven't figured out a way to. I haven't spent the time to do it.
Yeah. God,
So,
I have to remember how to record again because I want to do the Somnia photographic one and the illustrated side by side.
yeah. Hi Ziggy B, good to see you.
That's who I was doing this to.
Right, there's so. Pia, I used to get so impatient and wanting to have the knowledge already. I find if you compare how far you've come to when you first started, I'll bet you'll see a lot of progress. It's very true.
Yeah, for
Very
sure.
true. Yeah. So, does anybody have any questions for us? Lottie B is here. Hi, Lottie.
Hi, Lottie.
Good to see you. Um, I'd like to see the Somnia and the illustrated side by side.
I think it'd be interesting just because it is the same yet so very different, and the mood is different. I
Uh-huh.
I find the photographic Somnia very moody, very atmospheric. Um, yeah.
Yeah. That's the one a lot of people are referencing. The photographic one is they're referencing it because it really helps them do some shadow work.
Mm.
So
Yeah, so you know this, and I'm not. Again, what I do and how I feel about something doesn't matter. It's just my personal whatever. So I'm not dissing anybody else. Same with all the astrology, astronomy stuff. I see shadow in everything, so I don't
yeah.
need the somnia to do that because I can actually see the light in that. And I thought that I would actually kind of be freaked out a little bit on it, but it feels that deck for me versus shadow is more ancestral
Oh, okay.
or that kind of realm than shadow work for me. What's your favorite Lego set and why? I can answer that just like that.
Okay. Okay. So I have a couple of questions starred. So what's your favorite Lego set and why? Go ahead, Jamie.
Um, the Cinderella's Castle by Disney. It's ginormous and lighted and absolutely blankety blankety blank fantastic. There you go.
Okay. I do not have a favorite Lego set. I do not collect Legos. I did have a Lego set when I was a kid, but
Mhm.
I haven't. So I mean, I've seen. Yeah, no. Anyhow, sorry. Kelly Lizzie said Star Wars Legos.
Nice.
Now Weird Al is blasting out of the walkie-talkie. Oh, good lord.
Are you sure you're not hallucinating, dear? Little vapors?
Zane said, I've never been big on photographic tarot decks, but the Somnia is on my list. I love the look and energy so much. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did you see what Beth said above that? Like 3 above that?
Yes.
Okay.
So, the barnyard. Okay. All right. So we have a couple of questions that people said. Um, oh, I still have teacher Barbara. I still have vernacular done, and
Mm-hmm.
actually, that is. I'm still thinking that that's a really. I think it's a really um, important thing because um, it's just it's yeah, it's cool. Anyhow, Kristen Louise said, "Well, I haven't seen either of you since Moses was a kid. So how are you both doing?"
Hey, babe, you know where to find us.
Fine.
Fine. Yeah, fine.
Fine. Fine. Now I'm going to be
You know,
saying that all the time, and I
life.
love the best chatters. So thank you. But you were unsubscribed to my channel, Kristen Louise. So
You're never
things
going to
happen.
live that down.
She is. I'm going to totally forget it. So no, I've
Yeah.
been good. I've been good. So okay, so we got that. Okay, so Beth has asked, I would like you two to do a live together showing each of your top 10 decks and talking before and no talking beforehand, so you both would be surprised too.
Didn't we do this with Hen though?
We did something similar to that, yes.
Yeah, no, it was like a movie thing, or I don't know. We did a VR to somebody.
It was like yeah.
We could do that. That'd be fun.
Okay.
Totally.
There.
Yeah.
Totally.
Anytime we do these things though, so like when we do a deck casual or even talking about I mean, other than the real sky, because we're working on that, but we don't talk to each other about our favorite cards, what we like, what we dislike, what least favorite. We don't talk about any of that stuff before we come live
Yeah.
because yeah, I don't
When
want to
we
know. I want to be surprised.
Yep. Yeah, it's totally true. It's
Yeah.
completely true. And that's that I enjoy that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
however, when we're showing each other a new deck,
Mm-hmm.
we have that list of cards that we want to see, and
Yeah.
we'll either show them on the video or we'll send pictures, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so and okay, so okay, do you have card numbers and pictures memorized? General idea of each picture, then you can tell stories with the cards.
No, it's not too basic.
It's not too basic at all. I think I've missed part of what Pia was saying, but I think it goes beautifully with the idea of learning the tarot.
Mm-hmm.
So, been watching Kippy's Quest on YouTube, and his channel has been really helpful. He doesn't know I exist. I don't know Kippy's Quest.
Me either.
I am glad I have been good too, to be honest with you. So, there might be some crossover, but prob's not all.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, no, I'm down with it. We just have to have the calendar space. Mr. Fancy Pants over here, he's pretty busy.
Okay, tarot your way. Did I miss your question, Thomas? I now have to. Where's Thomas's question? Tarot your way asked an interesting question earlier. I immediately thought about back and forth. Here it is. Jamie, what is Gerald's blind spot about himself? And Gerald, what is Jamie's blind spot?
I didn't even see that, and I've been reading the chat. Good for you, Pamela, because I didn't catch
Pamela
that.
For the win.
Yeah, right.
Thomas, are you still here? Sorry if I missed that.
So it'll be the one and only time that I will cuss. And Pamela, it's a good question, but okay. So what's his blind spot about himself? My first response was, I don't have a fucking clue, but that's not true. He's much more clever and creative than he gives himself credit for sometimes. There we go.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah, but other than that, I don't. And this is the honest truth. I don't look at people like that. There are lots of reasons why, but I generally don't even, that stuff like that doesn't enter my brain pan. And that's just the truth.
Oh, here it is.
Oh,
I just asked that, Jane. That is a good. It was Jane and Miss Tarot D who I missed that because I was in the flow.
Tarot D.
So yeah. So, Jamie's blind spot. I feel like we may have referenced this before. Somebody may have asked this before. It may be Amy, but I think Jamie's blind spot is. She is, her balance of being nice and affirming is, I'm my Wi-Fi is going weird.
It's okay.
Her balance of being kind and considerate is actually balanced well with the need to be a dick to get shit done. And you sometimes feel, I think sometimes you feel it's out of balance.
Yeah, because I'm always a dick.
No, you're not always a dick. Sheesh. But, and Pamela said you can answer that for yourselves.
Yeah. I would agree with Gerald, honestly. I mean, I would if I.
Yeah, and I agree too. So, look.
Look at him. Hello, handsome.
Hello.
Hey, Zane. Welcome.
You have sound in the background.
Tarot Token Witchery.
Hi, everybody.
So,
it's been forever.
Sebastian.
Where's Sebastian?
He's climbing around. How's everybody doing?
Good. Happy to see your face.
Yeah. I know. Been way too long.
Tarot Token Witchery. See? Okay, so what's interesting is so I go, I come on a fishing trip and I bring my stash cards.
Hell yeah.
So
wouldn't have it any other way, Gerald.
There you go. Well, there you go. So yeah. Zane.
I'm gonna bring up my chat now so that I can keep up with it.
I'm kissing you, man. On the cheek. Mwah.
Oh, here.
Oh wait, that I gotta go that way then. Mwah. Hey.
It was like perfect
timing. Just a big old makeout fest.
Yeah.
So there you go. A lot of love for Zane.
Absolutely.
A lot of love for Zane. You have a Peaky Blinders hairdo.
Yeah.
Do I?
Got to
Yeah.
be talking to you, not me.
Yeah, they are. They're talking to him.
Yeah.
I've
Oh,
never seen
look,
that.
Zane is saying hey to everybody.
You should
So,
check it out just for that.
I heard that everybody tells me that I would love it, but I've never watched it.
the only thing I know about that is referenced in Glow Up, where they did
Okay.
makeup for
Yep.
the group. Okay, and now since Zane is here and he probably doesn't have any questions asked or to ask us, we're going to answer Lottie B's question. And Lottie B's question is, do you have a favorite book for people to learn the tarot meanings? Many places have different interpretations. Anybody want to guess what mine is? It's the Robin Wood Tarot, the book.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that.
Yeah. But I'm also a huge supporter for when you get a deck, look at the book because the book may give some nice meanings to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, the Transient Light Tarot, I'm enjoying it because of the way it's written.
Right.
So.
Right.
And okay, Zane, did you have one?
I do, and I'm having a total brain fart. I just tried to look it up so I could show a picture, and I'm having a brain fart on what the title is. I thought it was Tabletop Tarot, but it's by Melissa Sinova. I remember her name.
I don't know that one.
Melissa.
We've talked about that.
Pia's Life, you will never hear me say, I mean, the only thing you'll hear me saying about getting the Robin Wood stuff is to know your limits and purchase responsibly. Get what is it, Zane?
It is Kitchen Table Tarot.
There we go.
There
Debbie
you
got
go.
it too. Yep.
Yep. I've heard about that one, yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a much more like relatable, like talking to a friend, cuss words galore, just kind of like having a convo about learning the cards rather than a very like super structured traditional way of learning the meanings. And I love that.
Yeah, I have that book too. It's in here.
And okay, so Lottie, I think the other thing is go to your local library, borrow some tarot books, request them in, and read a few chapters. Read the introduction, read a couple of cards.
And if you're not, if nothing is grabbing you, try a class.
That's true. I am also a fan of the Mary Kay Greer books.
Very much so. Yeah.
Tarot for Yourself, because
I love that book.
Yeah.
That would be the one that I would recommend.
Okay. That's Mary Kay Greer, Tarot for Yourself. Greer, Greer.
Yep.
So,
and that one's great because it's like a workbook, so you can just write right in it, and it's great for learning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also just added those to the list. Yeah. Oh, and Beth did say absolutely like sitting at the kitchen table. Oh, and Lottie said, I think I have that one. And
awesome.
the thing is it is okay to pick up a book, read a couple of what'd you say?
And put it down.
And put it down and put it away and pick it up later, because I do that with the holistic tarot, the Benabel Win. I mean, that is it's a very well researched book. It's a great reference for me. It's not something that I'm going to read cover to cover. I'm going to go to it for a specific specific need.
Yeah.
Because
Also, random little side note, in addition to Tabletop Tarot, she actually has a book called I keep saying Tabletop, Kitchen Table Tarot. There's also Kitchen Table Magic.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which is a pretty cool book as well. I have both.
Debbie brought up a really good point too. I have downloaded samples, sneak peek of tarot books on my Nook. If I like the way it's written, I buy. That's a choice.
That's a good suggestion.
Yeah. I'm a big supporter of going to your library too. So.
Well, Pia, that's why. So my problem, I guess I expect to learn through osmosis as I start one and put it down, laugh out loud. That's why sometimes if the manual reading of it all isn't working, then try auditory. Try, a class, or something like that, a basic class, if that's where you are in things.
Yeah. And also kitchen table elements, apparently.
Oh, I'm not familiar with that one, but guess what?
It's going on the list.
Quick.
I was just like, Zane is going on the list. There you go.
I love the way she writes, so I'm down for anything by her.
I've not read any of those. I mean, at this point, I don't really need tarot books, but I do. That being said, it's like I'm one of those people. I actually like the book that comes with the deck.
I like big books, and I cannot lie.
Because that way it gets into.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I've seen that one.
5 readings to reset your life. Okay.
Nice. You're welcome, Lottie B. You're welcome. So, Zane, since you're here as part of the back and forth, do you have any questions for Jamie and me?
Oh gosh, now I'm on the spot.
I was going to say, did you just see the look come into his face like, oh?
I did. He's like,
as soon as you said, "Hey, Zane," my face.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi is going. I gotta go. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, something's going on. I think we're having an earthquake.
Oh.
Jonathan also said is tarot elements. I have it. You have it.
Called out.
Go, Beth, go. Look at him.
Woo. Beth for the win.
Dunk.
On that note, everybody, please make sure you like and subscribe. Because let's face it, y'all are the best chatters. Ain't nobody going to argue with you. And if they do, come for me. Tarot elements. I probably do have that one. Because the most recent one that I got was tarot reversals. Because I was doing that conversation Tarot Your Way with Thomas of Tarot Your Way about reversals. Mm-hmm. So, and no, I haven't had any espresso.
He's at the pub.
I'm at the pub.
He needs to go get the carafe from outside of the pub.
Yeah, that was, it's like, oh my gosh. It's like, I always like the books. It's one of the reasons why counterfeit decks are so effing annoying and useless. They have no books. Well, among other reasons too. Yeah. Oh, I did show it on the channel when I was talking about the elements. Oh. Beth, you have an incredible memory. So when I write my book, I will be referencing you as a good adding value. So
hilarious.
Jeez. Okay, Zane, did we give you enough time to think of a question? Because you can say hell no and leave me alone, Gerald. I'm just glad to be here. Or
it can be a question about anything, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Or left.
Well, what's that?
Or left. You said right.
Or that.
Or left.
Right.
So this is random, but it's something I was randomly thinking about last night for myself. I was thinking about like all 5 of my senses and something that is like a comfort to me that fits into the category of each of those senses. So like, for example, like I was specifically thinking at first about a comfort sound for me. Like when I'm feeling overwhelmed with the world and like stressed and I need to like decompress, a sound or something that I listen to that comforts me. Mm-hmm. And like for me, it would be rain sounds. I have an app on my phone called Portal and I put on rainforest sounds and it completely just like calms me down and mellows me out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So in the morning, when I get up, I have to, before I feed myself or coffee, I've had a cup of coffee because Steven delivers that. So when I get up, though, I have to go in the kitchen and I have to get out all the fruits and vegetables and cut them up for the birds and divvy them out to the bowls and get certain ones out to say, hey, do your business so you can eat. Because they're all trained that way. Bless you. And
thank you.
So I will open the big window to hear a certain sound. So one of the sounds that will forever take me back to my childhood is the sound of like a Cessna plane going over, a small plane. because my grandparents, good Lord, I can't talk. Their swimming pool outside their house in San Diego was in the flight path of the small planes.
Oh.
So that was kind of like the sound of summer. The kids, the pool, the splash, the smell of cedar, because they had a big cedar table that we had to get out and eat our lunch at on little wicker plates, you know, those that you put the paper plate in, you know.
Oh, yes.
So that sound with the filter of the water and stuff is a calming, it's a nostalgic sound. And so I will sit with my breakfast and my second cup of coffee and open the window with one of the birds, and we will listen to the sounds of the planes.
I love
Long-winded, I know.
So you're asking which sound helps relax me?
Or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's your comfort sound?
My comfort sound? Probably Jeffrey's snoring and the sounds that he's making when he's asleep.
Nice. That's sweet.
And
Gross.
sometimes he's asleep.
But sweet.
Sometimes he'll fall asleep on the couch, but it just makes me happy. So.
Yeah. And Jonathan, you know, Stephen brings me my first cup of coffee every morning. Yeah. And he says the words, "Here's your coffee," every single morning. So.
There you go. And I used to be a journalist. Gotcha. LOL. Yes, I know. A journalist with a really good memory. So.
A fur ball?
Jamie has a fur ball. Oh yeah. What did Zane say?
What did
me?
Him?
What? Okay.
I didn't say anything.
Okay.
I was just checking the chat.
So what was yours? Oh, yours was the sound.
Rain.
The rain.
Yeah, I put on a rainfall sound, but it's actually like a legit.
Oh, that's a good sound.
Yeah.
It's like a recording that they took in the actual like Amazon rainforest. There's even like a video that goes with it, and it just like goes and goes and goes, and it's just so relaxing. There's like thunder in the background.
Yeah,
I love it.
Well, and Beth said I was going to say the sound of baby breathing when they're sleeping. And are you both going to give her, or Jamie, are you going to give Beth a hard time for saying that?
No, because that's really sweet, and I would agree.
She also said it was sweet for you too, Gerald. She just added on.
She did, as she was like.
But I have an app called Calm, which is kind of like that, and you can choose the different sounds. And it was funny because we had there are several different rains that you can listen to, and there was the one that I liked the most. We were listening to it, but we had to listen to it really loud because we were trying to drown out the fireworks. And it was funny because it was that time that I actually caught in the recording, which was not intentional. I know it wasn't, because you have to have it really loud to hear it, but you can hear like the beep beep of traffic, like something happened outside where they were recording. And so it's even more of my favorite because I try and hear it when it's down low. It's like, okay, the car's coming up. Beep, beep. Ridiculous.
There was a series of, we had cassettes. Remember cassettes?
No, he doesn't, but I do.
Okay. At the library, they were sound effects. They were sound effects, and my favorite was "Wind in the Trees."
Oh yeah.
So I would play that when I couldn't sleep.
For the record, one of my comfort cassettes when I was a child was the Dirty Dancing cassette, the soundtrack to Dirty Dancing.
I still have not seen that movie.
Sin Against Nature.
I know. He's just gross, right?
Oh gosh. I listen to physics lectures to fall asleep.
I mean, I can understand that.
Yeah.
Kala Lizzie said, "I can hear the waves from inside my house." I love that sound. Probably nothing more calming.
I fell asleep one time too. I think I forgot to tell Kelly this too. So I fell asleep to listening to her talk about something in a class that I had done. I'd done mind mapping for everybody to share the rooms in my head kind of thing. And when we'd used Animal Crossing. And anyway, I had fallen asleep to Kelly talking to me. And when I woke up, I was like, I came back to the conversation and it's like, okay, whoa, wait a minute. Kelly's not here. Oops.
There you go. Pia's Life said, Gerald, that's blasphemous. Dirty Dancing is a classic. It is a classic, but
nobody puts baby in the corner.
Ugh, and Patrick Swayze.
Mm.
If I'm really having trouble sleeping, professional golf puts me to sleep almost instantly.
Nice.
I have recently been falling asleep to watching Julia Child on PBS, that YouTube channel. So I'm watching Julia Child.
Is she by herself or with Jacques?
She is by herself. That's baking with Jacques or baking with Julia and all that stuff. So yeah.
And that would fall into one of the other senses too, because that was like part of what I was thinking about when I was thinking about this last night, is also what's something that you watch that helps calm you down too. So that could fall into both categories if you enjoy like her voice and watching what she's doing.
Yeah. So yeah, and I do like watching things that, cooking shows make me happy.
Oh, me too. Food Network is like when I just need something to put on to like relax and watch. It's always Food Network.
Yeah, I have to tell you, there was a point in time in 2008. I was really sick, and the only thing that I watched was the Food Network, and it wasn't about eating. It wasn't about preparing dishes or anything, but yeah. Me and Bobby Flay, we were BFFs for a while.
Ooh, I love me some Bobby Flay.
Okay, I'm not distracted by the chef. Usually, I'm distracted by the food. I mean, that may be the same thing,
unless Bobby Flay's in the room.
I'm like, I'm so sorry for you.
Well, I also used to watch. The the old Sherlock Holmes in black and white. They were on PBS. This was back before we had VCRs.
The black and white ones, yeah.
Okay, so this one might be one I don't remember. A time before VCRs.
Yeah, is it Basil Rathbone?
Yes, it is.
So yeah. Oh, Bobby, here you go, Bobby Slay. So wow. Yeah. Okay, so we did visual here. So we did sound, visual, smell. Did you get to smell, Zane? Are you asking these questions? Are you want us to do all 5 senses?
I mean, we totally can. I was gonna leave it at just the sound because I didn't want to like overtake the whole conversation. But if we want to do all of them, I'm down because I have my smell ready.
I do too.
Great British Baking Show, yes.
It's a good show.
And I don't know this Michael Simon.
Allow me to look him up for us while we chat.
So what's your smell, Gerald?
Wow. What is my smell that makes me comfortable? That's a really good question. I
know this guy.
I actually like. Okay.
Yeah.
Here you go. Beth has said smell summer rain.
Oh yeah. Grass. Cut grass.
I don't like cut grass, and I also don't like Earl Grey tea because it reminds me of cut grass.
That's hilarious.
Oh, I love Earl Grey because it smells like bergamot, and I love bergamot. That's one of my favorite smells, but that's not my number one.
Do you want to know mine?
Yes.
What is yours?
Will that help? So the birds like to take baths in water, right? And the new rescue, she will take a bath. She takes a bath 2-3 times a day. It's crazy. It's the cleanest damn bird I've ever had in my house. But she will then come over and she'll fluff. And of course the water droplets go everywhere. But there's a certain smell to bird down when it's damp that I actually adore. because it's about helping them and them being, you know, birdie and all of that stuff. But there's a certain smell that they have. Hi, Rosie.
That's so
Is
you,
that
Jamie.
Rossi
I
or
love it.
somebody said Rosie's Den? Is this
I'm okay with
Rosie
that
or
too.
Rossi?
I don't know.
Will you
I'm
please
a
type
Criminal
in?
Minds fan, so I want to say Rossi.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's why I went with it. That's
Yeah.
funny.
So,
So I'll tell you right now, my friend made this shirt, right? And it has all these cats on it. And at the bottom it says, ruled by tiny furry overlords. And I sent to her this morning and I said, hey, mine should say ruled by tiny feathered overlords. And she sent back to me immediately, I can make that shirt.
Yes.
wow.
I look forward to seeing what it looks like.
That's cool. Pamela likes puppy breath.
Oh yeah, Frito breath.
Frito bread. I really like the I really like bread baking.
Oh yeah, that's a beautiful smell.
Oh, absolutely.
So I would also say I like toasting a bagel. So long as it, you know, I like bread toasting.
Mm-hmm.
So
I like
My
bread
smell is
toasting when you add butter. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, Zane, I cut you off.
Good. So my smell is Satsuma. So there is this like, so I'm sure everybody's like heard of like Bath and Body Works. There's this other store that's kind of similar. It's called the Body Shop, and they have like all natural like body washes and like body oils and all this stuff. And they have one scent that they've had forever since I was a kid, and it's called Satsuma, like a Satsuma orange. And it is one of my favorite smells in the entire world, and it always takes me back to childhood because I have an aunt that always wore Satsuma when I was little, like their body spray.
nice.
And I love that smell.
Yeah.
Well, Beth, duh.
But no one said it.
Because it was
That's
an
true.
implied. It was an implied.
I love that. It's
It's the
implied.
emoji above my head. The first thing at 5:30 in the morning.
It's an emoji. I can see it now. What I'm just picturing that instead of a headboard, there's just a picture of a cup of coffee above Jamie's head.
And I push the button and it lights up in neon and
There you
Stephen
go.
knows, deliver the coffee.
Hot twist, Jamie's answer for all five senses is just coffee.
Just coffee, yeah. Love Satsuma. The Body Shop is awesome.
Also patchouli, that's another one. That reminds me of being little because this is crazy, another one of my aunts, when I was little, she always wore like the roll-on patchouli oil. I love that smell.
Yes.
I
that smell.
I went to art college, so patchouli was a little heavy around. So
Humboldt State University, man.
So
well, and ironically now I actually make my own like body spray oil with essential oils, and like I made my own specific fragrance that I came up with a little inspiration from Jilly, Little Zen Crone. It was inspired by her initial recipe, and then I altered it. But the two main smells in my personal oil that I make are wild orange and patchouli.
Nice.
Because they're like my comfort smells.
At Jilly, she's got some good ideas.
She does.
Wow.
Well, look, Beth's giving you some support there for the hashtag hippie vibe smell.
I'm putting it up. Love patchouli. There you go. So.
I've had enough patchouli in the 60s for a lifetime. What?
So, Patricia Tyree is here. Hello.
Yeah, I heard about that, Jonathan. Whatever. It's always going to be Humboldt State University.
Okay, so we got sound, sight, smell. Then we have taste and touch, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
what'd you taste?
If I had a Havanese or a cat.
Havanese.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, amber and patchouli. So sandalwood malt beads. Interesting. So what's the taste? What's my taste? Ooh. I am a fan of I'm a huge fan of fresh soft pretzels with extra salt on them.
Mm.
So sometimes Jeffrey will get me pretzel bites or soft pretzels from the store. I'm like going, I am all about that hard,
Mhm.
crispy outside, soft and gooey on the inside. It's like,
Mhm. Mhm. What do you got, Zane?
So I have several, but I think I'm gonna go with um, potato pancakes, latkes. It's like my comfort
Oh,
food because
nice.
I grew up, ever since the first time I tried them in elementary school, we were actually learning about like Jewish culture and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And we actually had a day where I think the teacher brought in latkes for everybody to try and a bunch of different like traditional toppings and
Mhm.
everything. So actually, latkes with applesauce is
Mhm.
my
Yep. My
comfort
mom
food.
used to make them. Yeah, that's awesome.
And my
do you,
mom then started making them from that point on. So now it's like a family staple
and is
because of
it,
that.
how do you have your latkes? Do you have them with sour cream or, with cream? Yeah. I mean, or do you applesauce
He
or
does
what?
applesauce.
I
Yeah.
do applesauce. I like them with sour cream too, but my preferred way is with applesauce.
Oh, Zane, throwback taste, man. My mom, the good old New York Jew. Um, yeah. So mine would also be two actually from uh, something that we had a Jewish deli down the street from us, and they had, before I knew that bagels existed. This is a long time ago. They were bialys, and bialys have all the good yummy stuff in the center. So when you cut it, it's got all the good yummy stuff, right? And that's where I learned that a good Jew toasts their bagel, and they toast it well. And so for my entire existence until like on the West Coast when bagels got really popular in the 90s, the end of the 90s, early 2000s, I went into some shop and I got a bagel, and I didn't know that it was going to come to me not toasted with this
Oh,
thick smash of cream cheese in the middle. I'm like,
Schmear.
what in the absolute hell is this? But yes, bialys, and then the other one would be hamantash, which is a cookie that looks like almond's ears, so it's a little triangle,
Mm.
and it has usually like a plum, or my favorite is an apricot jelly in the center, and it's like a shortbread.
Nice.
I was going
Nice.
to be a smartass and return the bless you.
We've got fresh bread, biscuits with butter. Smell of vanilla is comforting.
Oh, hey, it is a nice smell.
Freshly laundered clothes, yeah, because
Oh yeah.
I think there's linen fragrance, which I don't care for much fragrance in like sprays or eggs. I mean eggs. I'm looking at somebody else's, or candles, and I like the linen. So
Another smell for me would be teak wood. Speaking of candles, I love anything that has
mm.
teak wood in it.
Oh yeah.
It
Yeah.
reminds me of the old Abercrombie and Fitch cologne, and I grew up loving that smell.
Oh, that's funny.
I never told you about when I was an Abercrombie and Fitch model. That was tough.
Pictures or it didn't happen.
Search the net; they're there. Um, so cinnamon. I sent him bagels from Jewish Deli. Yeah, I got a thing for caramel since I could remember. Yeah, Oreos for the win.
Cement, not
Yeah,
caramel.
I was gonna
Cement.
say, did I see the word cement in there?
Is it
You did.
cement?
Cement.
Okay, it is cement. Okay.
Mhm.
Interesting. I know some people very much don't like that smell, actually.
I don't mind it.
So, okay. So, what's the last one? Touch.
Touch. Which this one I might have to think of. I didn't get to this one last night when I was thinking of all mine. I know there's got to be at least one thing that I loved.
I know. I got
So
mine.
you two go ahead.
Go ahead, Jamie.
So
Do you want me to put you in the big seat? I can do that. You want me to put you in the spotlight?
No, thank you. So birds get these little pins around their new feathers, and it's a comfort when they put their head down, and you don't want to catch the pin, because if you catch the pin, it actually hurts and they'll squeak. But I will rub the head or the back or wherever and actually kind of like bend the covering, the feather coverings, because it helps them remove the covering. And it's actually like a comfort feel with their feathers and the pins. It's kind of a trippy thing. And my poodle fur. Love my dogs.
Oh, this is a really good one. Dog ears. Yep.
That's
Petting
butter.
cats and dogs. Yep. I am I'm the kind of person who this is a thing. I've picked my dogs by how their ears feel in my fingers. So I will go with that too.
I was actually thinking I'm probably going to have to go with specifically Sebastian's belly fur. Because he's short furred, so like the rest of his fur is a little bit coarser because it's so short. It's not as fluffy and soft.
But if you
but
go
his belly
this way,
fur, but his belly fur is completely a different texture than the rest of his fur, and it's so soft. And I could just, when I'm having a stressful day, just hold him like a baby and just rub his belly.
Calms you down. That's cool.
Yay!
I love that. Soft, fluffy blankets. Yeah, soft, fluffy blankets, especially between my fingers. I'm a big fan for that. So, wow.
I also think, did you ever, this is another throwback to when I was a kid. So it was before the whole like slime craze became a thing.
Yeah.
And there was this stuff. I don't remember the name of it. I kind of want to say gack, but that might have been a type of slime. But it was this like foamy substance that you could like mold and shape, kind of like slime, and it had these little like circular like beads in it, kind of, but like soft beads. And it was just something that like if I was stressed out, I could kind of use it like a stress ball, like that would have sand in it, and just kind of like squeeze it and like use it to keep my hands occupied if I needed something to focus on and calm down.
Was it kinetic sand?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to stop, and I was going to say the exact same thing, Pia. So yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And Debbie said, I remember that my kids had it.
It was like light and airy and like kind of foamy, but it was still just like you could use it like Play-Doh or clay, just, and it would keep my hands occupied if I needed something to like calm myself down.
You're gonna hate me. You're gonna hate me. Not to be overly dramatic, but I just got fire call. So
okay.
I gotta go.
Okay.
All right.
I'll see you guys.
Bye.
Bye, honeys. Bye, people. Thank you.
Bye. Hi, Zane.
Hello.
Play foam.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's basically what it was. I don't know. Is that what it's actually called? It could be.
Yeah. And Orshi, Orshi is here. Everyone, hello. Hey, everyone in chat. Sorry, I can't mention, do group hugs. There you go. And yeah, Jamie is.
It was play foam. Sorry, I'm having a total like throwback moment here.
Floam?
It kind of looks like that, and you can see it like looks like little beads, kind of, or like.
Oh, there I am at the bottom.
Oh yeah, there you are.
That's fun. So Zane, have you gotten any new tarot decks?
So I've gotten some. Maybe not some, maybe one. I actually have it with me just in case I got asked this question. I grabbed it before I came on. So new to me, not new to the world, but it's been on my list for a very long time, and I finally caved and bought it. And that would be the 5 cent
Oh,
tarot. That's my most recent purchase.
nice. And what do you think of it?
I really, really like it. I will say, as much as people talked about how much they love the cardstock, I was a little bit disappointed personally by the cardstock.
I remember you
But
mentioning that.
but I think I never used to be a cardstock snob, and I guess now I kind of am, and I don't know when that happened, but it happened at some point apparently.
Okay.
So it is linen, so it shuffles beautifully, but it's kind of the more,
It's a very thin linen.
yeah, it's more of a papery linen than the ones that feel kind of fabricy in a way, and I prefer the ones that are more fabricy,
Yeah.
feeling they
And-
just feel more lush to me.
yeah. Or she said that that is on their wish list as well.
It's a
So,
beautiful deck, and I do love it. Don't get me wrong. Literally, there's always got to be that one little thing that I'm like, I got to at least mention this, but everything else I love about it. And I
cool.
got it looks more pink on the camera, but it's the
It's
lavender backs
it's the
with the
lavender one.
lavender
Yeah.
edging.
It's really nice. It's really nice. So
How
cool.
about you?
Well, I got the
Sure, maybe you
Nellies
already
deck.
shared yours.
I got the Nelly deck,
Oh, that's right.
Kelly Fitzgerald, and I also got the Living Wheel astrology cards.
Oh, awesome.
And also at home, just arrived today, are my Good Journeys Tarot and
By
Lenormand
Rosemary.
deck, Rosemary's deck. So, yeah.
Awesome.
And that's interesting, Zane. Snob is not the right word. As we grow in our tarot journeys, we know what we like. That's good.
I'll take that, Beth. Thank you.
There you go. There you go. And Bonafide Gale is here. Hi, Bonafide Gale.
Hi.
So, yeah, just in time for us to be finished. Thanks for popping on with us, Zane.
Absolutely. Thanks for the invite. As soon as
Yeah,
you said it, I was like, I got to make this happen. I don't have I moved into a new apartment a couple days ago, as you
excellent.
know, and I don't have my desk here yet. So I don't have my whole like camera set up, but I was like, I got to find a way to make this work. So I literally just have my iPad sitting on my nightstand and I'm sitting on the floor.
I mean, and you look good. So there you go.
Well, thanks.
So
That's also why my camera is a little lower than usual because it's sitting on my nightstand.
that's all right. I mean, there are people who do their whole lives like this.
I don't
They
know
do
what
that.
you're talking about.
I don't either. So,
Oh, I love
sorry,
us.
oh, by the way, for entertainment purposes only. So
Absolutely.
I'm going to, yeah, it looks professional, Zane.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
So,
I got to get a new background because everybody used to love my old filming background, and I might have gotten rid of it when I moved. I don't remember if I kept it, so I'll have to find something cool to hang behind me. I am Beth. Yep. I'm in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania now. I'm from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, but like I said, I recently just moved, and now I'm in Harrisburg, the capital of PA. And I was on the road for a while before I moved in,
mhm.
traveling state to state, but it wasn't all it was cracked up to be. So
Okay.
I came back to Pennsylvania.
Okay. All right. Do you have any plans to do anything coming up on YouTube?
Nothing specific, but now that I'm like settled into a place and not like living out of
Mhm.
my car and traveling across the country and all that good stuff, and couch surfing, I do plan on getting back to putting more attention into my channel and being around in the community more because, like I said, I'm a little bit more settled and in one place now, so my life's not
Yeah.
chaotic at the moment.
That has got to be really helpful.
Oh
So,
yeah.
having a place. So I completely get that. So next Monday I am doing a live with Kelly and Ben. So and
Awesome.
then
That'll
I
be
have
great.
some stuff later, but I'm on vacation, so I have vacation brain. So,
Hey, you're allowed.
yes. So, all right. Hang out for a second, Zane. I'm going to wish everybody adieu or goodbye with the back and forth outro. So,
All
bye,
right.
everybody.
Bye.